Hi, my name is Jay Strada. I am a real estate investor and I buy banknotes looking to do business with other buyers or investors that want to get a good return on their money. And I'm going to go over with you with a scenario with the real family. And there was a family that had a house, and they were basically behind on their payments. Now, they were behind about 17 payments, right? And they were in trouble with the bank. So they had two mortgages on this house. And it just happened to be that one of the family members lost their job, and they weren't able to recuperate a job or get back on track in that period of time. But when I got a hold of them, because they contacted me, because I do marketing to some of these people in trouble, they wanted to save their house. They wanted to stay in their house. They didn't want to lose their house to the bank, and they want to sell it. So even though they had equity, because the house was worth $230,000, and the first mortgage was $140,000, that was on time. And the second note was the one that was they were behind on. I went after the second note. So they owed $40,000 in the second note. So with that being said, we're going to work on an agreement where they can do a loan modification. So we're going to show you how this actually can benefit the person that buys notes from me or does business with me. Now, the payments on the second note was $454.42. Okay, so they had 220 payments left to go when we modified the loan. So that brings a total of $99,972.40. Right. So if you buy the note from me, I got the note at $9,570. If I'm going to sell it for $14,570 with my fee in there, $5,000. Right? I'm going to get a fee of $5,000 for doing all this work, because it takes a lot of work to do this and talk to banks. Some banks say yes, some banks say no. This bank said yes, right? So if you buy the note at $14,570 and you take away from the loan modification, right, the time period with that $99,000, then you're going to get a net of $85,402.40, right? So if you calculate the time from when you get your money back, right, $14,570, which you get that back in like 30 months, 32 months, but the remaining of the 220 payments, you're going to make a 586% return on money from the loan modification itself. That's the best scenario you want. You want to keep that homeowner in the house. You don't want to foreclose on them if you can keep them in, because you're going to make a good return on your money. Okay, so now I was able to get their note to perform again, right? In other words, they did loan modifications, and I received payments for about 6 months. So the payments they're paying is $454.42. They paid 6 months. Okay, so they put money in my pocket, $2,726.52. Now I'm in the fee of $5,000, right? I'm going to get paid from the investor buying off me. That's a total of $7,726.52. So I put down $9,570. I'm going to get an 80% return on my money after they sell the note to you. Okay, so we're being transparent with everything. Now, let's say you are going to pay for the $14,570 right from the note, and what's your return on your money? So the first 12 months, $454.42. You times that by 12, and you're going to get $5,453.04. $5,453.04, and basically that's the money that you make in a year. You divide that into your money you put down, right? 40,570, and you're going to get back a 37% return on your money, right? So a 30% return on your money is pretty good, and you're gonna get that your 14,570 back in 32 months. So let's say, worst case scenario, the homeowner, just for the first year, they didn't get that great of a job, right? And they only can afford $300. So you keep the loan, you make the change, and you receive only $300 in payments for 12 months. That's $3,600 a year. You're still making 25% on your money, 25% return ROI, right? And you get all your money back in about 42 to 49 months, 48.5 months. So the whole purpose of this video is to show you that you're going to make a good return on your money. And if you compare that to a landlord, they gotta do the maintenance on the house when something goes wrong. They gotta send the plumber out there when something plugs up in the toilet. They gotta pay the taxes, insurance. You know, they gotta repair things when things go wrong. AC unit goes out, whatever. Especially in Phoenix, so they have to worry about all these things. And right now the market's only producing like an average 10 to 12% for a landlord. So becoming a lender on the notes, you get a great return and you're making good money, short term and long term, how you want to look at it, right? So my name is Jay Estrada. If you want to do business with me, my number is 623-326-9529, 623-326-9529. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you do business with you. Have a good day.